And with Chapter 12, we have properly begun our full arc in swing with Eden Zero as we begin with probably, I would say, the most controversial character that we had with the introduction of the series, and that is Elsie Crimson, as both Shiki, Rebecca are now trapped in her ship, and the best way to get out of this little scenario is by taking the ship for themselves. That's pretty much their quick conclusion that they came up with. One thing that was nice though about this chapter, I think I liked the cover page where it was like, they actually talk about a little bit of like how Weiss and like the bunny girl kind of met each other. It was like, hey, like, they actually kind of got like talking to like one another, and they were like, you know, this is how we kind of like things started blossoming, and they started to understand each other. I was like, that's a nice little thing, like a nice little story on the cover pages. I thought that was a kind of nice thing, but and then they start like panicking when they're like, wait, we're being pulled in and all that. Like, what the hell? Like, what's going on, Rebecca? And he's just like, that's Elsie Crimson. She rules the 7 cosmic seas, like that. And he's like, huh? Like, what do you mean by the cosmic seas? And it's like, Weiss, get us out of there now. And he's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have gone in this stuff. And I'm like, what are we gonna do? And then she's like, welcome to my battleship, the Skull Fairy. Like, as she pours out, and he's just like, I'm the captain of the ship. My name is Elsie, and we have taken control over your entire ship's control system. And it was like, oh, firstly, well done for actually escaping Norma. Like, I didn't think that was going to be something that was going to be quite possible and all that. You know, that cloud, that wall of time that you were able to break through and all that is what remains of the chronophage that is done for the planet. Clearly, like, you know, a skilled pilot was there, and Weiss is like, you know, just, if he had glasses, he would be fucking tilting them up right now, like, like that. But he's like, but only idiots would be easily captured by a tractor beam. Like, shit. Shit, man. Like, alright, not too bad. It's just like, what do you guys just want? And it's like, well, let's see. We plunder, we eat, we fight, sleep, and then we just do it all over again. Because guess what? You guys are my property now. And I'm gonna sell you guys in the Planet Guild. So do behave until then. Like, you got caught. So it's about time you just sit down and shut up. And it's just like, and then it leads into like, you know, what that like, we need to just do something and all that, like, on there. It's like, we need to, like, otherwise we're gonna be sold off. Like, they're gonna sell Rebecca off to some sleazy, like, creepy dude. And it's like, alright, then Shiki comes up with the idea and all that. Fine, if we can't, like, you know, like, behave and all that, it's like, I've got a good idea. It's saying it flat out loud in front of Elsie. It's like, alright, we'll take over this pirate ship. Your ship will be ours. We wanted a big ship anyway. How lucky us. And it's like, maybe you don't know what scenario you're getting into. But Elsie kind of, like, smiles and laughs at this, where it's like, you're going to take over this ship. Yep, you guys did that to us there, so I don't want to hear any complaining if we do it to you. And it's like, alright then. So you think you can make it all the way here? Take a left and head straight. I'm 2 floors above you. Alright, but that's only if you can get to where I am. What is weird is that when they get there, like, Weiss already prepared. He's like got a gun ready. He's like, yeah, no, I need to kill some I need to kill some motherfuckers right here. Like, and they arrive and it's really creepy as like all this like life and these weird eggs are like going around, like pulsating around the area, and it's like this weird just it looked like kind of tree roots when they're like looking around, and like Shiki's looking at this and it's like, what the hell is up with this stuff and all that. It's like, it's giving you creeps, and then he looks and it's like there's a bunch of some of the like this pirate starts showing up and all that. It's just like, what is up with your ship? Then we see that, like, with its like ability, or at least with like these really creepy like tentacles and all that, is that the fact that they all start like transforming into like these octopus hands that they're able to grab on there, and it's like, oh, we're gonna like slam into all of them. So we don't know if this is Elsie's power, like this is something like, this is an ether gear that she has, whether or not this is just something indigenous to these people, or it's that thing that they're like next to on the ship somehow can metamorphose like their like physical appearances. Although, what does, of course, it wouldn't be a Hiramashima story without some etchiness in it, because guess where Rebecca got caught? And I'm like, this is where I was like, nah, Rebecca's been doing good with like this shit, like, please don't like drop her down to this. And I'm like, really? And then even fucking Weiss, who's like, have the sight here, don't we? Like, he's like, just shut up and help me. And then he's a fucking pervert as he just, like, lifts up a bit of her fucking shirt. And he's like, let's have a little look around here. And he's like, I am remembering this. And then instead of, I don't know, taking care of the hentai problem in front of us, it immediately gets captured and like, you're an idiot. And it's just like, and Happy's charging and he's like, oh, my charge is complete. Luckily, Rebecca able to go in, grab her guns, and then starts doing like a straight up just like bullet time, just shooting around everyone. Like, how dare you restrain a young woman's body for your sexual desires? And she's just blasting, and I'm like, again, like, I don't like. It's the one thing is like I'm still if that that panel was there in the first place, but it's like, but of course you need to have that, and of course it would be queuing with like the little fairy tale. Like, of course they'd be showing some of that. Again, like, it's an ecchi magazine as well. Like, that's one thing I always consider as well. Like, there is so much ecchi. But, like, again, it's just how you really show it. Like, I'm fine with, like, sexy designed characters. That, like, or, like, even sometimes skimpy outfits and all that. But it's like, I hate where it's like, oh no, the character's trapped and they're in this, like, precarious position. And fucking Weiss of all people is like, yeah, no, this seems like a dangerous situation. I'm gonna look up a skirt. Like, you know, I'm gonna look up there and see if I can get any good little stuff out there. I'm like, God damn it, Weiss. God damn, not the time on there. You're a huge pervert. And he even as well, he's like, huh, and all that. Like, when he's looking on there, he's like, oh, I'm getting caught and everything. He's like, hey, there's no one right behind me on there. And then I do like that she pulled the same thing and all that. And it's like, why do I have to look at, like, Wise's abs? And he's like, look, my bad, like, seriously, help me. Then the ending happens where you see Shiki arrive, calling out for that redhead bitch, and it's like, my name is Elsie Crimson, the one who surpasses the Demon King. I've been waiting for you, and you turn around, and her face, like, you see this skeleton, either this skeleton mask, or her face has just become a skull. Which is like, okay, that's kind of terrifying out there. And it's like, why? And you're thinking like, why is he why is he freaking out right now? Apart from that, interesting enough, the next chapter is going to be called Eden Zero. So I'm very much looking forward to exactly now that we get to perhaps hear something about why exactly the series is called that. Like, I want to see, maybe this is something that's, like, especially with Elsie, has been looking for a while. Maybe we'll find out if this is, like, some sort of part of the solar system, and all that's, like, some sort of secret ability, or whatever it is. But clearly whatever, like, Elsie's doing, this is part of her ability, and, yeah, she is definitely looking very intimidating right now, and plus we get, like, another full look at her design as well, like with like kind of like the space. It honestly kind of reminds me of like a female version of like Space Captain Harlock. Like that's where I can see the amount of like influence that came from here on this design especially. But I'm very curious to see what people think about this chapter then, now that we're seeing Elsie and she is full out like has some very weird abilities at the moment where you're seeing her pull out this weird skull face. Her entire, like, even in her room, you see at the last part of the chapter, she has these same egg, like, things roaming around. So it's like, it is in her, like, part of the hull, and then it's also as well in the other parts of the area. So I'm thinking, is the this ability, this tentacle thing, is that actually part of her ability? Is that like what she has, or is that something that she's happened to encounter that's able to morphize like other people into it? Could it be a very interesting power that she has there where it affects other people of her crew? So I am curious to see where the next chapter of this is going to go down. Like, it was a very curious chapter to say the least for Eden Zero, but I want to see what you guys think in the comment section down below, because overall this was a weird chapter, and I think a lot of people, especially with some of the stuff that we've got coming out recently, another chapter of 100 Year Quest, we've got a little while longer until the final season Fairy Tail comes out as well, so there's going to be quite a bit of stuff going on with the excitement wise, because a lot of stuff is going to be coming out on during this season of anime, and I'm definitely looking forward to talking about a lot of this, and seeing, especially now that we're out of the first arc, I want to see now this series spread its wings a little bit more and see like where exactly can we possibly go with this series, where what sort of stuff can we do, because again, like with the whole stigmatized with Elsie, especially with, I mean, she's just Space Captain as a Harlock, so I want to see her start pulling some very interesting stuff. Like, so I want to start seeing the differentiations like from this now. But all from me, thank you, and I'll see you guys though next time.